Okay, so we've taken this piece of zip out, the span between the new construction and the old building, and one thing is it won't go back in there because it wasn't gapped, and since the building's moved a little bit it was sort of squeezed in there. But I'm going to get a closer look, show you what not to do when you're installing the zip. I'll show you the piece over here. Don't screw right on the edge, and if you don't use a drill and you try to put it in the edge, it just breaks away. You need to have framing behind it to the line or so you can put a screw straight in the middle without damaging the material. Take a look at it. We had a line of screws on the edge like that broken out, and a line of screws in the middle, then another line on the edge broken out. And I'll take you over here to show you what all that was attached to. At the bottom we had a piece of wood here. You can see the two screws that didn't manage to go into the wood, so that just fell out when we took the piece of zip out. So you can see it was screwed into the new building right there at the edge, and into a piece of wood that we've taken out, new piece of wood in the new building that was right there, but not into the corner of the old building, so no structural sheathing helping to hold that together. And then the really bad bit is at the top and the side here. What we've done is, because the piece of zip is 4 feet wide and didn't want to turn it horizontally perhaps, didn't reach the original stud, which if you could look is over here, the dark one. So he's tried to put in a piece of white pine as a stud right there, and this is where a piece of zip would come to the edge of that one. But you can see that the blocking for the top is just a piece of wood turned sideways and not attached to the house in any way, so that's not really real construction, that's kind of pretend. And then what passes for framing of this stud that he's put in is just a piece of scrap with a gap. There's a screw here, there's a screw here, and there's a screw there. And that appears to be what's holding this guy up, except of course for the zip that's attached to it. But the zip's not supposed to hold your framing up, the framing's supposed to hold the zip up. Now you can see where the zip meets that 2x4, there isn't enough material here to get a screw into without going right to the edge, which is why the material is all busted out, because the framing behind it isn't right. So the framing isn't right, it's not screwed into the right studs, it's not measured correctly, it's not framed out correctly, it's not blocked correctly, didn't use a drill, put the screws in the wrong places, didn't insert the screws correctly, which is why we're having to rip it out and replace it. So yeah, learn from our mistakes. See ya.